Exclusive RHOC alum Jeana Keough details painful first tongue cancer symptom that led to immediate dissection. The Real Housewives of Orange County, alum, who can't speak at the moment as she undergoes treatment, recalled noticing a sore on her tongue sometime last year. So she went to her trusted dentist, who insisted that one of her teeth was digging into her tongue and causing the sore. It felt like a small issue, Keough, 70, admitted. There was no mention of a specialist, no suggestion for a biopsy, and the dentist proceeded to file the tooth down on multiple visits, sticking with the theory that it was my tooth causing the painful sore. After the former Bravolebrity's third visit to that dentist, she was finally referred to an ear, nose, and throat (ENT) doctor. But she told us she couldn't afford the almost $3,000 biopsy because the office didn't accept her insurance.
Wet boots ruining your mornings? This silent, fanless dryer gently dries boots, shoes, and gloves overnight while helping reduce damp odors, so your gear is ready when you are. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/4 right now.
So she declined, but told herself she'd find an in-network ENT after her then-upcoming trip to Florida to visit her son Jeana Keough and her daughter, Cara Bosworth. Jeana's youngest child, son Colton Keough, lives near her in Southern California. While on the trip, Jeana said she made an innocent comment about not wanting to eat spicy food because it would hurt her tongue, which prompted a strong reaction from Bosworth. My daughter immediately inquired about the pain and asked how long the spot had been there. I replied that I'd had the tooth filed down multiple times, but it was still causing pain. Jeana recalled of the February conversation, noting that a skeptical Bosworth argued that the tooth in question had been there all her life. The 37-year-old made her mom promise she'd schedule a biopsy immediately upon arriving home the following week, and she did. That doctor took one look in my mouth and said, "That's cancer." A biopsy was done, and when I got the results back, it was confirmed, Jeana lamented to us, adding that she then called every doctor she knew to get their opinion. One of those doctors, she revealed, is her now boyfriend Thomas, with whom she was on her second date. Thomas has stuck with me through this cancer journey, and I couldn't be more grateful to have him come into my life when I needed him most, she gushed, going on to praise his sister, who is also a dentist. She took me under her wing and demanded the right and proper care for me after what she felt was a huge mistake by my dentist. Jeana underwent a tongue dissection right away, explaining, "We were all hopeful that the cancer was contained to the spot and just planned the oral surgery to remove the spot, leaving my lymph nodes alone. But after consulting with my oncologist and his team, it was decided that I would have a second surgery to remove about 30 to 40 nodes in a neck dissection because there was a small glimmer on my scans near my neck, a glimmer that could have been attributed to inflammation, but could also indicate a spread of the cancer. Since then, the real estate agent's treatment plan has included radiation 5 days a week, chemotherapy once a week, and some immunotherapy, though she can see the finish line now that she has only a few more days of radiation to go and just completed her last round of chemo. My whole neck and mouth and head light up in heat, pain, and soreness, and the resulting inflammation of my throat and tongue makes talking, swallowing, or breathing through my mouth incredibly painful." She shared of her symptoms of both the cancer and the treatment. "I can no longer swallow without gagging and then vomiting, which hurts like hell with a raw and inflamed throat and tongue." Due to both the location of her cancer and the intensity of her treatment, Jeana recently found herself in the hospital for malnourishment and dehydration. During that stay, she had a feeding tube placed directly into her stomach, which will likely stay put for 2 to 6 months. "It's upsetting to know that even after all this treatment, I still only have a 40 to 60% cure rate within the next 5 years, she explained. "We're just praying that I'm on the good side of that coin flip." As for what she wants people to know about oral cancer and listening to their bodies, Jeana stated sternly, "Get a good dentist, and if something doesn't feel right, demand answers. Conversation, your voice matters. Discussions are moderated for civility." Read our guidelines. Jeana Keough, pictured in July, revealed her painful, first tongue cancer symptom that led to an immediate dissection in an exclusive email interview with Page 6. Instagram /@KaraKobaz, the RHOC alum, pictured in July, recalled noticing a sore on her tongue sometime last year. Instagram @Keough, pictured in 2021, went to her trusted dentist, who insisted that one of her teeth was digging into her tongue and causing the sore. Jeana Keough /Instagram the dentist proceeded to file the tooth down on multiple visits, sticking with the theory that it was my tooth causing the painful sore, the former Bravolebrity, pictured in 2015, said. NBCU photo bank /NBC Universal via Getty Images after Keough's third visit to that dentist. She was finally referred to an ear, nose, and throat ENT doctor, but she told us she couldn't afford the biopsy. Keough is pictured in 2024. Charles Sykes /Bravo via Getty Images during a February visit to Florida to see son Jeana Keough, left, and daughter Cara Bosworth. Center, the mother of three made an innocent comment about the tongue sore. Jeana Keough /Instagram Bosworth, pictured with Jeana in 2022, had a strong reaction and made her mom promise she'd schedule a biopsy immediately upon arriving home the following week. Jeana Keough /Instagram, that doctor took one look in my mouth and said, "That's cancer." A biopsy was done, and when I got the results back, it was confirmed, the real estate agent lamented, adding that she underwent a tongue dissection right away. Instagram @Keough Jeana, pictured with her former co-stars on an early season of RHOC, then underwent a second surgery to remove about 30 to 40 lymph nodes in a neck dissection. Bravo /NBC Universal via Getty Images, I still only have a 40 to 60% cure rate within the next 5 years. Jeana, pictured with one of her grandkids, shared of her upsetting prognosis.